All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with GEC NASCAR. We're out here for the All-Star Race. This is going to be a great race out here at Bristol. We have Hanneman up in the booth with us tonight. It's going to be a lot of pressure, but no points tonight, so these drivers don't have to worry about their standings. All they need to do is just worry about going out there and getting the race done. So far, it's just going to be me and Hanneman up here tonight, but we are going to get the job done for you guys. He is going to be our grand race control, and I will be up here giving you the action as it unfolds on the track. Now, this is the All-Star Race for GEC, so there will be payouts at the end of this race. Podium winners 1, 2, and 3 will all receive payouts for this race. Now, that doesn't mean that anybody that doesn't race this season or brand new drivers can't come out here and win. They can definitely still come out here and win as long as they paid their entry fee or they paid for, you know, their season entry for their series. I am looking forward to seeing this race because these guys have nothing to go out there and prove tonight. They're just going to go out there and try to win a little bit of money. We call this the fun race, but ultimately they're going to take it seriously, we're hoping, and nah, they will. They're definitely going to take it seriously because that's GEC drivers. They just take everything seriously. So we're definitely going to see some great competition. I'm really hoping to see a lot of green flags. Hanneman, what do you think we're going to see tonight and possibly moving into the next truck race or cup race after tonight? Hanneman, at one moment I am having technical difficulties for you. Just stand by real fast. Go ahead and do a mic check for me.
Testing 1, 2.
I got you now, buddy. Sorry about that. Go ahead and just read. Yeah, hey, at least I caught it. My bad.
No, it's all good. As I was saying though, you throw a little bit of, you dangle a little bit of that money, that little bit of that Benjamin Franks over there, and everyone's gonna be elbows out tonight. Last season, you know, our racing for the All-Star race happened at the end of the season because the iRacing outage that happened. So, you know, we had to move back our Daytona road course to the week that was supposed to be our All-Star race. So we didn't really have a lot of those elbows out, you know, just this is the race that everyone's here, like, they're doing tonight, is to just prove that they have the, like, they just can adapt. You know, we didn't really have any practice for this race. It was kind of just thrown in here. This is what's happening. This is your set. Go for it. We haven't really changed anything. It's still, you know, our normal 65% fuel for the trucks, 67 degrees Fahrenheit. It is just a normal iRacing setup for Bristol, which is a very loose setup on this track until you get your tires kind of warmed up or until the track warms up at least a little bit. But everyone's going to go all out here just because of the fact we threw in some money for the top 3 drivers here. You know, everyone is going to just kind of show up. They want to have elbows out. They want to prove that the Cup Series drivers should be at the top, you know. And then some of the Truck Series drivers are like, I'm going to take that spot from you because I think I deserve to be up there. So there's definitely going to be a little bit of rivalries between the two divisions. You know, you see Bryce Fontaine. He's actually the provisionally pole driver right now in the practice session. He's one of the Cup drivers. You have, who else do we have in here? McCabe, one of the Cup drivers. You have Dustin Haynes. Cochran, Wilson's in here from the Cup Series, and you have the likes of like Kyle Simmons, Yancey, Scotty Yancey to be exact, sorry, Brad Wilson, Chad Ashley, Walter's in here. You have Kenneth Gallman who hasn't set a lap yet. Like, there's a lot of drivers in here that can compete on these short tracks. You know, especially in the Truck Series. It's, you know, people have been driving all season, and some of the Cup drivers have been like dabbling here and there to, you know, get, you know, just to have some extra laps and have some fun in the Truck Series as well. But I think tonight you're going to see a lot of elbows out, a lot of hard racing, and I know whoever wins that, whoever comes first out of this race, they're going to be very, very happy. That's for sure.
Well, as we had our interview with Gallman last week, he was super excited for this race. Obviously, one of the better short track drivers coming from Street Limit. We have went and seen him dominate short races in the past. We look forward to seeing what he's got going on tonight.
No, exactly. And, just to touch on your point, you asked, where do you see, after this race, where do you see the cup drivers and the truck drivers stand? Honestly, I think there's going to be some bad blood between some of the truck drivers in this race. The cup drivers coming down at All-Star Race, there's not a lot of them in here. Some of them are trying out the new faces, seeing someone, scouting for their team for next season. This would be a good opportunity to kind of show what you have for those short tracks, to compete with the likes of Gallman, or to compete with the likes of Simmons, or, Bryce Fontaine, who's just started in the league. You know what I mean? There's some of the newer drivers within the series, but the truck series drivers, you got Eller, you have Kiernan, you have Yancey, Ashley, all drivers who, in the previous weeks, who have been door to door. I feel like this is going to drag over to the playoffs for them, and it's going to be it could be one hectic ride for the last couple races of the series.
Well, and that's what I meant is, because this doesn't stop here on this track. Just because this is to go out there and, do your thing and you don't have to work for points, doesn't mean you're not going to come out of here with maybe a rivalry or two.
Well, especially with the fact that we have money on the line tonight. Everybody in the top 10 of the truck series right now, they've been doing one amazing job. Last race was clean. We had no issues with any of our points going into this, so I'm actually going to share it live here, because none of the truck series drivers knows this yet. It's going to be posted after this race, but the top 10 drivers in the truck series right now who made the playoffs: Kenneth Gallman, Chad Ashley, Kyle Simmons, Walter Syedick, Bradley Wilson, Jacob Hughes, Scotty Yancey, Aaron Yancey, Troy Hagedorn, and Richard Whitaker, all in the top 10 in the playoffs right now. And I mentioned a lot of those names who are in this race tonight. So, hypothetically, Bradley Wilson, we know he's an aggressive driver, hard driver. It's the bad Brad, right? He's going to come in here. You saw it at Atlanta. He was door-to-door, side-by-side, racing Chad Ashley hard for that P1 place. Chad Ashley was able to take it from him, though, keep that first place, and Brad came second in that race. What's there to say tonight? Someone doesn't get the bumper and move him out of the way. Someone gets wrecked out, you lose out on, the first place prize, you get second out of it.
Oh. Well,
are they going to try to hold that grudge against them in the final race if it's down to a 5-point lead? We don't know.
I call it glory blindness, right? Everybody, once you get to the last couple laps and you're up towards the front, glory blindness takes over and some of your morals go out the window. I'm not going to lie. Let's hope that doesn't happen tonight. But once you get out there and you see that you're capable to maybe possibly take that win, I'm not saying Austin Dillon anybody, but again, who knows what we could see tonight. So we got time for a couple interviews, but what we're going to do is we're going to do Who's Your Pick, and then we'll pull our picks up for our interviews. Hanneman, who's your pick?
Oh. Wow, we have a lot of talented drivers in here tonight. I can't even answer that 100%. I don't even know who the pick would be. Honestly, Gallman's got a really good short track presence. I think tonight might be his night where it's going to be a little hard for him. I kind of want to go with one of the Cup drivers coming down tonight. I think Cochran's going to go back-to-back at Bristol this year.
You want to bring Cochran up?
I think we should bring Cochran up.
All right, let's do that. Cochran. Oh, yeah, I see him. All right. 2 seconds, we'll get a link with him. Oh, shoot. And he's got a spotter. So we got a link with the 86. Jamie and Hanneman up the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Oh, we're excited for tonight's race. Bristol, the All-Star Race. We're always out for a great show when it comes to the All-Star Race. So we were talking about that glory blindness. Once you get towards the end, your morals sort of go out the window as far as other drivers. You're just trying to get to that treasure at the end of the race. So how do you feel about tonight, and what do you see for that glory blindness affecting you?
Oh, my last win came here at Bristol in the Cup Series, so I'm going to be a little aggressive and maybe overconfident. But if it comes down to it, I don't have to race with most of these guys next week, so I'm not afraid to give them a little nudge.
No, I definitely feel that. We brought your spotter up here. I believe that's going to be your spotter tonight. Your dad, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if he's got his mic turned on or not.
That's all right. Hey, we brought him up to the booth in case he had some words. But again, we always look forward to seeing you out on the track, man. Always put on a hell of a show. I believe you have a couple wins or at least a win in the Cup Series this season.
Yeah, I got one here at Bristol, so I'll be ready to start the playoffs here on Thursday.
Hi. Well, we definitely look forward to it. Anybody you'd like to thank for tonight and want to say anything at all?
Oh, I just want to thank you guys. You put on a great league, a great community. We get to have a great event like this, bring the Cup and Truck Series together, and just ready to get some laps in, have some fun.
Awesome, Cochran. Thank you so much, buddy. You were down at Limited Time, or Racing Edge. Sorry. I'm going to send you guys
Yes,
back down there, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, so it's my turn to pick. I could go... I'm gonna have to go with the number 5. I want to see the number 5 win a race this season, even if it is the All-Star Race. I'm gonna be a little biased and pick the number 5, but I don't see him in a channel to be able to pull him up, unfortunately. So we'll go ahead and pull up a different driver. We'll pull up a great driver. We'll pull up the 00. We got a link with the 00. Jamie and Hanman up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy, guys.
So out here, Bristol, it's going to be an insane race tonight. Everybody's out for glory. Nobody's out for points. Could get a little hectic out there. We just spoke to one of our winners in the Cup Series this season, Shane Cochran, and he's really excited for tonight's race. We wanted to bring you up and just see how you feel for tonight's race, and what are your thoughts?
It's going to be a fun one tonight. I mean, this is going to be, full contact short track racing out there with no points on the line and money on the line for everybody. I expect it to get crazy.
Well, as we know, you wrapped most of the vehicles for GEC, Cup Series and Truck Series, so we thank you for that. But tonight, everybody's going to be running their own skins. Did you bring something out here for a paint job special tonight?
I did. I'm bringing out the Purple People Eater tonight, so we'll see how it does.
The Purple People Eater. Oh, well, all right. We look forward to seeing you out there, man. And anybody you'd like to thank for tonight?
First and foremost, thanks for you guys for putting this together and the broadcast and everything. And thanks to my sponsors, Embroidered Image and the Andy Durr Foundation. And let's go have some fun tonight.
Awesome. Well, we do look forward to it, and good luck out there tonight.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, we're closing in. Yeah, what's up?
Just restart your trading paints there.
I did. I just did that.
Okay, there's a lot of drivers that still have the same paints as before. That was
nope. I just did that, and it all just snapped into place. So we are good to go on that, brother. That is always one of my lacking features, but I will fix it.
It's all good. You see that beautiful paint scheme that Walter was talking about?
I do. It does look great.
Image. He's been showcasing that a lot in the Discord this week, so huge shout out to him for everything he's done with the league as well. All the teams that have been blessed by his magic work of the paint wrapping and whatnot, and just a huge shout out for him. Also sponsoring part of this truck series this year. A lot of the things wouldn't be possible without him, so I appreciate him and all of his hard work.
Well, I'm going to skim through some of these drivers real quick. As we know, we've already closed out our regular season in the Truck Series and the Cup Series. I believe, if I'm not correct, Gallman took the Truck Series regular season, and who won the regular season for the MPC Truck Cup Series?
You're seeing the booth right now with you, Griffin.
Oh, yeah, you did. Okay, all right. Well, we got our regular season champion, Hanneman, up here in the booth with me now.
Back to back.
Also a back-to-back. Yes, yes. Sorry, I just absolutely. Also, our very own Truck Series director. So, how's it feel to be the regular season champion, and what are your expectations for the playoffs?
Playoffs, it's gonna be definitely be a grueler. It's gonna be hard-fought battles every single week. I know a lot of drivers are when they see my car, I know they're gonna be elbows out, and they're gonna try to make it harder for me to do anything on the track. So it's I was in this position again before, like last year. I said it though at Daytona, and you can quote me on this too. If you go back to Daytona race and watch this, there's gonna be certain drivers out there who are gonna lift their foot off the gas. Or there's going to be certain drivers out there that are going to keep pushing that gas pedal. And to get into the playoffs, to make sure you have a good shot at winning the season, you have to keep pushing that gas pedal 100% every single race. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn on this. I'm really not. I'm just going by stats and what we have right now. For the Cup Series, though, out of I think the top 5 drivers. So there's a lot of drivers that are actually tied for fourth right now. There's a 3-way tie for fourth in the Cup Series, and there's a 3-way tie for seventh, just due to the points difference for what's it called there, for the playoff standings that we do here in the GEC. But in the top 5, with myself, Coonan, Whitehead, Cochran, and Lynch, having 9 top 10s and 8 top 5s in 10 races, and you had the likes of Whitehead having 6 top 5s, 8 top 10s. You have drivers like Barr, who honestly 6 top 5s, 9 top 10s, and 7th place in the standings right now. And then Staubrin with 1 top 5, 6 top 10s. Like, just being consistent on the track, putting your foot down on that gas pedal, driving every single race hard, and just being consistent is huge. And again, it showed its numbers this year with the top 10 we have in fighting for the playoff championship. So I'm really excited. I know it's not going to be an easy task, but it's definitely going to be a fun one. And excited for my competitors. I'm excited for everybody watching, and even myself for this, because without the practice and everyone pushing each other hard, we wouldn't be in this position we are in. So I think it's going to be a good rest of the playoffs, but it's definitely going to be a hard one, that's for sure.
Well, there is going to be a lot of challenge going into the playoffs, because that does reset everybody onto a more even playing field, as we already know. Once you're into the playoffs, you guys get reset with 1,000 points, and it trickles down, what kind of advantage, depending on where you finish in the regular season, which would give you the higher advantage right now, plus how many wins you had. So it looks like you're feeling pretty comfortable to go in there, but again, there is a lot of competition going into that playoff run in the Cups.
I DNF 2 races, and that's my playoff chances right there. You don't place well on the stages, you don't place well finishing. Your playoff chances can change within overnight in one of the races. So honestly, for all the drivers in the Truck Series as well, Kenneth Gallman winning the Truck Series the regular season, Chad Ashley coming P2, Simmons P3, Walter Sidek in P4. Like, a lot of these drivers in the top 5 in the Truck Series as well, top 10s, they have 7 average top 10s. Gallman with 6 top 5s and 3 wins, the most in the Truck Series right now. There's just a lot of drivers out there with just raw talent and skill, and it doesn't matter if you put 10 laps on the track or if you put 500 laps on the track. One small mistake in either series, and you'll definitely going to regret it next week, that's for sure.
Well, as we know, both teams, there was 2 teams that went into the Daytona 24-hour over the weekend. We had a bunch of drivers from Ellswick's IT and Out, and we had a bunch of drivers from Street Limit. Even myself and Barrow came over. Really exciting weekends. Had a lot of fun and a lot of experience. We're all looking forward to the Bathurst 12-hour next month. So look forward to that for anybody watching that watch maybe possibly the 24-hour. But what are your feelings about going into the Bathurst versus what we've learned at the Daytona 24?
Bathurst is a crazy track. Like, imagine Bristol Pit Road, dumb that down to like 1 lane, now drive it through a mountain with walls on either side.
Yeah.
That's Bathurst.
Okay.
Like, it is a crazy track. There's gonna be a bunch of wrecks. I watched a little bit of it last year, and I'm excited to keep a car alive. That's for sure. I think it's all about staying consistent. But I mean, even races that we do, the oval races, as long as you're consistent, you're gonna be fast. I think that's all it is, right? So.
No, absolutely. You know, people know their own skill, and we are looking forward to seeing how it all shakes out towards the end of the playoffs. And wow, that last race for the playoffs is going to be a real heart stopper. I promise you that.
Nighttime Atlanta for the Cup Series.
Yeah.
Phoenix for the Truck Series. Who could ask for two better final races of the GEC 2025 not inaugural season, the 2025 season, 2024-2025 season. Like, that's two amazing races. It all boils down to less than 4 weeks away ish. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I am too. Very, very excited. All right, we are rounding out to the end of the qualify session here. It looks like Bryce Fontaine has taken that top spot up there. He's got a 14.45. Gallman following that up very, very closely with the 14.47. Chad Ashley in that 55 car out there is coming out with the 14.57. Jason McCabe looks like he's going to be a 14.60 in that 35. Yancey in the 98. That's going to be the Iron Yancey. Going out there with a 14.63. Jacob Hughes in that number 5 is going to be the pick that I chose. That is going to be the 14.69. And Lynch out there in the 7th spot. Cochran in the 8th spot. Walters is going to be the 00 in that 9th spot. And Jordan, the new guy, rookie in GEC, first race ever, in that 45 in that 10th spot. Who did we bring up for your pick again?
Cochran,
that's right. Where is Cochran? I didn't say Cochran, did I?
Cochran's
I did.
P8 currently.
He is P8, yes. P8, 14.74 for his lap time at the moment.
But these drivers aren't going to be pitting a lot from tires here. Like, if there's a caution, they might come in for tires. But like, if you really think about it, it's an 80 lap race. 40 at lap 40, going to 41, throw a stage caution. That's for all the fans tonight. All the drivers know this, okay? One fuel run, you get like 70 laps. And like a tire run here, you only need like 60 laps for tires. We've seen Cochran put ethanol in his car and pass everybody. On the last 10 laps of the Bristol race of the Cup Series.
Yeah, I remember.
Just because he's in 8th right now doesn't mean he'll be in 8th for long.
Well, we're going to get to our national anthem, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for showing up tonight. GEC NASCAR. Welcome to the All-Star Race.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home
right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. The green flag has dropped. Fontaine out of the jump with a huge gap out there on Gallman right now, but we're about to see where it's about to shake out.
Look at the top 10 right now. Everyone's single file. Just oh, yellow flag's out. Someone hit the wall.
That is okay. We will go back and see what happened. It looks like Stephen Hayes has hit that wall back there. We'll go ahead and give it a look real quick.
Oh, he hit the barrier. He hit the water barrels. Oh, that's a hard hit.
Oh, wow, dude. Oh, let's hope he's all right. Wow. That was intense.
Wow. Can we get a medic in the pit road, please?
Facts. Oh, my. Let's hope he can get back out there. He does have... These guys are rocking with 2 fast repairs tonight. We want to make sure that it is an exciting race for everybody watching, because it is all about the show. Again, no points are involved in tonight's race, so these guys are just going out there racing for glory.
This track is very, I mean, it's the last great Coliseum. Concrete track, high banked. You know, turn 1 and 2 is not the exact same as 3 and 4 here. A little bit of elevation change in certain corners and stuff like that. It's a tricky track to handle. You know, a lot of people will drive 1 and 2 pretty high and 3 and 4 pretty low, and they'll keep the tires pretty cool underneath them at the same time as keeping them warm and keeping the grip up. But looks like Stephen Hayes, just not enough heat in the tires yet. Got a little high and spun off that banking, preloaded that right rear and sent him to the water barriers.
Well, we are going to be 6 to 7 laps in. So with that being said, these guys, their strategy is going to wind up changing up every caution that comes out.
All I'm saying is, because stage is just, there's a stage at lap 40 to change everything up. If there's a caution 35 or like 30, I'm staying out after stage. I'm not going in this for stage.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. You're right. You're right on that, 100%.
Clean air is huge here.
As we get back, it looks like the pace car's lights are off. He's about to dip down in there, and we're about to go green here in moments at Bristol Motor Speedway. Oh, the 24 blinked out a little bit, but it looks like he came back. We'll pay attention to that issue. But here we go, green flag, the number 12 with a huge jump on the 71 and the 55. They're going to be door-to-door, 71 and the 55 coming out of turn 1 and 2. 12 going into 3 and 4 by himself, but they're going to try to catch up. 71 of Gallman's going to be out there now. He is going to be trying to catch up to Bryce Fontaine.
Oh, a lot of battles throughout the whole field here as the 5 and the 45 are going at it as well. The 32 of Kyle Simmons and one of the Yancey brothers going side by side coming out of turn 4 there.
Yeah, I seen that with the number 3.
So many
86
cars.
and the 33 side by side coming out of 1 and 2, going into 3 and 4 actually. Let's see who can actually take that position. And it is the 86 at Cochran. He does jump in front of the 33 of Lynch.
Oh, McCabe
with the 35. 35 getting loose. Oh, and he saves it. Cochran around. That was a hell of a save by our man, the 35 of McCabe. Good job, sir.
You look down on pit road. Stephen Hayes back in pit road right now, fixing up the last little bit of repairs probably.
Well, he should have used his fast repair. Looks like Logan, he also is in the pits as well. I don't know what's going on.
Huge battle right now between McCabe and I think that's your pick, Jacob Hughes in the 5 car.
It is. With the 98 of Yancey coming up on the outside of the number 5 car. Another 2 wide set, 69 down low. This 00 is going to pass side by side with the 24, the other Yancey. Mere 5 cars back. Oh, sideways, double zero, Walter. He's gonna hold on to it. Oh, and another car up into the wall. Flag should be coming out, maybe. I'm not sure. Yep, and there it is. We're gonna go ahead and slow him back down, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and just see what happened there.
Honestly, from a broadcaster, race control, looking in from the outside, I'm happy that I'm up in the grandstands right now, looking down at this track. It feels like these guys are on a roller coaster right now. It is just so much movement, a lot of up and down, and I'd be having butterflies driving this and trying to hold on to the car. These guys are doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, that is unfortunate for the 69. It looks like he's going to have a good amount of damage. Was Walt able to hang on to it? I think he was.
Walt held on to it, yeah. He didn't hit anything.
Nice, and I don't think that's what actually brought out the caution. It looks like I just got a crash report from McCabe, the 35. I think that was under caution. Let's go ahead and take a look.
It was just a hard slow up.
I'm not seeing a whole lot. I'm gonna go speed it up a little bit.
I'm not sure what brought out the caution there. Was it the 69?
No, it was definitely Eller that brought out the caution. I can tell you that.
Yeah, 69 of Eller, yeah.
That's all right. Like I said, 2 fast repairs. They should be able to get out there and run their race.
Usually in this position, one of the drivers would be claiming on a normal race. He's already got the EOL penalty. We'll leave him back there and we'll continue on. Driver's going 2 by 2 this time by. 1 to green, folks. 20 laps to go to stage when it hits the green flag.
Oh, 33 bumping that 55 a little bit, giving him a little nudge there. Those trucks are looking beautiful out there.
A Cup Series driver trying to close in the gap, and the Truck Series driver is letting a little too much room. A little bit of rivalry going on between the 2 series drivers right now.
Here we go. Green flag's out. 12 with a big jump on the 71. Cochran right up behind that 71 with the 55 on the outside. Cochran on the outside with the 55 on the inside. There's doors. Oh, we got three deep back there, 3 wide. 98, 35, 5, 22. Looks like the 24 just passed the 3. They took it out of that scenario, but the 32 and the 5 still side by side. Cochran going in on the inside down there.
There's so much to look at one time.
I know, it's so much is happening.
Short track racing.
That is exactly why we are here, to watch all of this unfold from up here.
Top 5 positions currently, all single filed out. Wesley trying to make a move on the inside there. It looks like the top 5, the top 6 are kind of just trying to pull away here from the back of the pack, as a little bit of late dives are going on here on Chad Ashley, battle for 4th, sorry.
A moment ago, I could have sworn I seen 3 wide in the back. Looks like now they are starting to go out single file. Less and less of these drivers are going to be door to door because their speed's going to start to come out without that caution. Oh, the 45 goes around and smashes into that outside wall. I'm not sure who he was able to take.
little bit of contact on the yellow between Walter Siadek and Josh Eller there. Looks like the 45 though, just got loose in front of Wesley and kind of pinched him into the wall. He kind of had nowhere to go. Mr. Wesley Lynch in the 33 car.
Doesn't look like Leslie. Doesn't look like Wesley took too much damage on that though. Hopefully he can get that repaired without using that fast repair. That's unfortunate for the 45, but he can get back out there. I'm still looking forward to seeing what he can do out here as a new driver, but not looking good on that first one. He will redeem himself. Let's see what happened with Josh Eller a moment ago under the yellow. Oh, yeah, there it was.
He got a little bit loose there beside Walter Siadek in the double O car and went to the outside wall.
Yeah, that's... Oh, yeah, that truck was in the way and it just pinched him. Hopefully you can get that damage fixed. Well, let's go ahead and see if we can pull up a driver real quick for a quick interview. We got a link with the number 12 Fontaine up in the booth. Jamie and Hanneman, you got a copy? Looks like we're having technical difficulties trying to get a link with Fontaine. We will go ahead and wait.
You got a copy?
There we go. We do have a copy, sir.
All right, how y'all doing up there watching all the action?
Oh, it is great up here watching all the side-by-side. There's so much to pay attention to. Being out front, obviously you're not seeing a whole lot of what we're seeing, but a lot of side-by-side back there behind you. You're getting a hell of a jump every time. What are your thoughts about tonight?
Yeah, well, Bristol is somewhat a home track in the home state of Tennessee. It's a fun track. It's a slick track. It's definitely kind of has a track like Dover where you really have to be on your P's and Q's the whole lap. One split second, the car goes around, and there's not a lot of real estate out here to try to save it. So it's all about just being smooth and consistent and putting down the smoothest laps you can to try to preserve the tires.
Awesome. Thank you so much, number 12. You're about to go green. I'm going to send you back down where you want to go. Where were you at? In the lobby?
I was by myself, so wherever you want to put me.
I got you, sir. I'll go ahead and I will put you in your own channel, sir.
You sound like what are those people called? The auctioneer. Near the end of that, he was trying to get that out. Another good jump from Bryce though is Kenneth Gallman and Shane Cochran side by side, and Gallman with a jump.
71. Right up on his quarter panel, coming through the inside.
9 laps to go on the stage. Make that 8, sorry.
Fontaine circling that top side, trying to get it that little. Oh, Gallman a little bit loose. That's going to hold him up a little bit. Fontaine up on that top side, able to get enough speed to get away. Hallman doing a great job on saving that loose truck. Cochran able to get up underneath the 71 with the 55 pushing fast behind. 71 still able to maintain on top of Cochran, but let's see where it's about to shake out. We still got a bunch of double wide back there. Fontaine now pushing a little bit of a gap of 1.2 seconds, and we have another caution coming out.
That will be stage.
And that is going to be our stage caution for the night. I'm not 100% sure what happened, but it looks like Eller was involved in that. So we'll take a look at the 69 and see what happened. Oh, and as Fontaine was saying, that is a slick track. It did send Eller around, but he was able to save it and not cause any damage to his vehicle, and that is going to bring out our stage for the first time. Now that these guys are used to feeling what the track has got to give, hopefully they can hold on to it and make sure that we get green flag racing for the rest of this. But you never know. We are at Bristol, and they're racing for the glory, as we spoke in the beginning.
I do have a quick question for you, Griffin.
Yeah, what's up?
How much fuel do these guys got tonight? No one's coming down pit road for stage. They got more than 80 laps of fuel?
Oh, I'm maybe. That's super possible. It was 65%. We didn't change anything from the standard of what we normally do.
I didn't realize how much fuel these trucks got at this track.
Yeah, I think, and again, like I said, I think we're seeing enough slowdowns anyway, huh?
I think we're on caution 5 right now. If people are saving fuel during the cautions and it is tight, I mean, it would work out that they would be positive couple laps as well. So probably a little bit of strategy coming out as well.
Actually,
we see Walter dove into the pits there, and he's taking some tires. So a little bit of strategy.
Is it 5? I think it's only 3. 3 or 4. I'll have to go back and look at the tracker.
I might be wrong.
So
Don't hold me on it.
No, I got you. 2,
4 cautions. I was 1
4.
off.
Yep, 1 off.
But we are 1 to green this time by. They're coming on the back stretch. Driver's coming out of pit road, trying to catch up right now.
Well, pace car's got its lights off. He's about to dive bomb in the pits, and we're about to go green flag again here at Bristol Motor Speedway for GEC NASCAR All-Star Race. Thank you all for showing up tonight. Again, this is going to be an amazing race all the way to the end. 12 with a hell of a jump. 71 on the outside. Cochran right behind him. Again, these guys are phenomenal on those jumps. Bryce has not missed a jump yet. He was a little bit slower on that last one, but still was able to come out front. As we'd spoken before, Gallman is a short track driver. He does love these short tracks. But Cochran was the last winner here at Bristol in the Cup Series. That was the win he took to punch his ticket into the playoffs. So like he said, he's looking forward to take that victory home tonight too.
Simmons got really loose there in turns 3 and 4. Dustin Haynes had to go down right below him just to save it, and kind of got split 3 wide with Wesley Lynch on top of that. So hard racing going on for right now for 8th place.
As that front of that pack starts to separate, it's going to focus back here on that grouping a little bit, with the 3 on the outside taking the 33, 98 in front of his brother 24, trying to touches 35 a little bit. 35 able to maintain it. Good work by both drivers. 33 looking to the inside of the 3, trying to take that position away.
Hey, we did say in the pre-show that elbows were going to be out. You best believe the elbows are out right now.
The 2 Yancey brothers next to each other. The 33 of Lynch back behind the 3. Pushing, almost touching him a little bit, trying to get him around the track. He does take that outside line, which is probably going to be the faster line coming down out of the turn. He's going to be able to gain that speed possibly to get that position.
Close battles happening right now for that 8th spot as Lynch tries to dive it on the outside, gets held up by one of the Yancey brothers. Haynes, though, oh man, it's 3 wide almost.
Yeah, those guys are pushing real hard trying to get around the track. As we know, Bristol is not the easiest track to be able to pass. I don't think Lynch is going to let them hold them up very much longer, but we do have another yellow flag out on the track, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and take a look at that and see what happened. It does look like it does involve Brad Wilson. Wilson looks like he got tapped from behind by the 45 a little bit. Gave him a little bit of damage on the back end. Coming around the turn, it looks like he might have got, yes, he got a little bit sideways. He was able to lock it down. Oh, damage on the front end. But it looks like he is probably going to be able to get back out there and put up a little bit of competition for those guys. So we are going to go back live, back on the track. We'll go ahead and pull one more driver up. Hopefully this is our final caution for the night. We'll go ahead and pull up the 35 of McCabe and see what's going on. So we got the 35 of McCabe up in the booth. Jamie and Hanneman, you got a copy?
Got a copy.
Hey man, how's it going out there for you? Obviously, we've talked a lot about on the broadcast tonight about the glory blindness. People just running down each other, but it doesn't look like that's really happening tonight. Most of our cautions have coming off of self spins. What are your feelings about to this point and going into the last part of the race?
Yeah, it hasn't been so bad. Hoping for green, hopefully the rest of the way. I actually wasn't even planning on racing tonight. I got to work, so hopefully if it stays green for the rest of the race, hopefully I can make it. If not, I might have to drop out early, but just a 30-minute practice I had, that was it. So hopefully I can just stick it out up here and have a good finish.
Well, it looks like you're doing a great job so far, McCabe, and we always look forward to seeing what you got out on the track. Thanks again, man. And where did I just pull you from?
Regular lobby, I believe.
All right, brother. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
Well, he is going to be on a time constraint. Most of our other drivers are not, and they are definitely going to be looking forward to the end of this race.
I think we see even more elbows being thrown out here in the last 30 laps.
Oh yeah,
30-ish laps.
No, it is 30 laps, and I'll tell you, these guys are going to be pushing really, really hard. Hopefully, they can keep them wheels under the trucks. Obviously, like I said, it hasn't come to a lot of contact on our cautions tonight, but it really has been those self spins that have gotten our drivers in trouble. Lights out on that pace car. Go ahead.
I think the track's warming up now, though, so you'll see some unique lines from the drivers in the front row here. But green for green. We're green flag racing now.
Again, Fontaine out there with that jump. Gallman trying not to let him get away. Cochran on the outside. We got two deep. 98 of Yancey pushing out on the 35. Oh, contact with the 33 of Lynch a little bit. They keep it together. Good work on those drivers from not taking it out.
Yeah, you see the drivers in the front of the pack right now. I'd like to use that high line in turns 1 and 2, and middle line for 3 and 4. So definitely the heat and the marbles are going all over the place right now. As a couple drivers are hitting the wall, but everyone's staying straight.
Well, as we've seen already, a lot of fighting in the back of the pack. 89 on the outside of the 76, trying to make it work. Brad Wilson trying to get back out there, trying to get back out front. 00 in front of the 3. He takes that position, but we are going to be into another caution right here. Looks like Aaron Yancey and Stephen Hayes. Let's go ahead and take a look. As the 98 is coming down out of, looks like 3 and 4. Or yeah, out of 3 and 4, he just, again, that self spin, got sideways, comes in, barely touches that inside wall. Doesn't even look like a scrape on his bumper. Lucky him, they're going to be able to get back out there and keep it together. But it does look like Stephen Hayes also has a tracker for a caution. Let's see what happened.
He just spun under caution.
Oh, he spun under caution. Okay, he came into that corner too hot. Let's see if he took any damage. Nope, no damage for him either. He's going to be able to get it back around. These guys are getting real lucky with that no damage tonight.
It's almost like we almost have no damage on.
I know.
I know we don't tell the fans out there. We do not have that. Trucks can get damage, as you saw earlier when Stephen Hayes hit that wall and blew his motor. Use that fast repair to get back on the track, but definitely hard racing, that's for sure.
Well, he hit that barrier sideways, man. Destroyed that truck.
I think we only saw that once last season, the truck season. I think only one driver ended up clipping it and blowing up their motor as well, going to one of the pit road cycles last season. But for the All-Star race, it's definitely a first that I've seen. It's all about the memories, though, tonight. That's for sure.
These guys are going to go out and re-rack it.
We're going 1 to green this time by. Not mistaken.
It will be,
lights are
yep.
off.
The last 21 laps of the race, these guys are going to be looking for that blind glory. Let's hope these guys can keep their wits together and not cause too much chaos going to the front. But they are going to be looking to get up there as fast as they possibly can. I don't think the 71, I think the 71 of Gallman is caught on to what the 12 has been doing. He's going to have to mix it up to catch him off guard this time.
I think the white wheels are helping the 12 stay on the track a lot better too.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong. Cooling those tires down, huh?
I swear it's a factor. It's the good jump from the 12, getting into the lead. Gallman P2, Cochran P3, Chad Ashley, Wesley Lynch McCabe rounding out your top 6 right now. These guys are going to go all at it. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, 12 with another huge jump, man. He must have switched it up on the 71. Cochran even slowed down a little bit. He almost got passed by the 55. Chad Ashley, he's looking for a win. He doesn't care where it comes from.
Looking for another win at least.
No, he's a winning machine. He don't care where he just wants to win.
Dustin Haynes saves it on the apron there. Close call would be another yellow. Still rolling green. Chad Ashley into the wall at the stripe. Coming to 15 to go here, this time by.
5 on the outside of the 3. Double Zero had to slow down just a tad bit to get behind that 51.
A lot of close battles happening right now. Brad Wilson looking on the middle of Dustin Haynes and Josh Eller. Not able to stick it down in there though. Is they're looking like they're trying to pass Walter Seidek at the same time here in the Double Zero car. So and back up front, and you see McCabe sitting in P5 currently. Getting those green flag laps like he asked. Hopefully no caster curse just happened with that, but
Double Zero in the middle of the 3 and the 5 coming around 3 and 4. They're doing a great job of holding it together. 5 going to be on the inside of the Double Zero right now. Coming around into 1 and 2. Wilson just not able to get up there like he wanted to, unfortunately. I do hear some tires. And it looks like, yes, it involves Simmons. Let's go ahead and take a look. 32 coming around. Oh. It looks like the 24 had caught the back end of him. I hope that didn't blow his engine. Did he have to tow out?
I think he drove it.
Yeah, I think he drove it. Yeah, he did not tow out. I don't think. No, he drove it. Incredible that he was able to drive that back around.
No, that did blow his motor. You heard it on impact on that inside wall. Definitely blew his motor. He was just able to limp it back into pit road.
He is very, very lucky. Well, this is going to be a shootout. These guys are coming around for 10 to go. We're about to be 1 to go, and I think 9 laps. So, we're about to see these guys push harder up front than we've seen this entire session. I guarantee it. I'm telling you. Coleman's catching on to what Bryce is doing, and he's going to catch him. He's going to catch him.
I need Cochran to catch on what they're doing. Need my driver to get up there.
Cochran's got a hell of a chance.
Oh, he finds the weirdest lines. I don't know how he made the bottom work in our race in the Cup Series, but he was able to wrap that tire on that apron and just hook it and go. And I was battling Lynch for P1. He knows something that we don't know, and he might be using it here against Bryce Fontaine and also Kenneth Goldman.
Lights on the pace car are out. About to dive back in for the last time tonight. We're about to go green flag, hopefully all the way to the end here at the GEC All-Star Race at Bristol. 71 on the outside, 12 on the inside, 33 following behind the 71, and 86 at Cochran behind the 12. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Green flag, green, green, green.
That's a jump and a half. Look at that.
What in the world? How does he keep doing that?
And the 12 is gone.
How does he keep doing that? 86 of Cochran with 33 on his outside now. Lynch, he's not going to give him anything trying to get to that front. Looks like the 71 and the 12 out there all by themselves.
Five laps to go. Neck and neck for the lead. Kenneth tries to get on the inside of him, doesn't just quite get there.
Almost. That's the first amount of pressure he's actually felt this entire race, but we are going to be yellow flag again. That's going to be Kyle Simmons jumping to the pits. Unfortunately, that might end his night, but let's go take a look.
Simmons did say he was parking over the radio.
And Simmons does get loose on his own, unfortunately. Smashes that front end of that truck, and that is going to be his night if he winds up jumping out. So sorry to see that. Definitely a good driver out of the race. See drivers out there getting their laps back. We do have 3 green flag checkers attached to this. We'll go ahead and pull somebody up for an interview. We got the 45 up in the booth right now. Jamie and Hanneman, you got a copy.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing, Mr. Hill?
Oh man, this is a race of a nightmare, man.
I'm telling, hey, again, we knew there was going to be a lot of competition out here. We actually haven't seen a whole lot of contact causing the yellows. It's mainly been self-spinning. Super surprised to actually see that. Most of the time you'll see drivers diving deep and not being able to, keep it down low and just riding up a little bit and touching everybody. But we have not seen a lot of drivers making contact tonight for their accidents. What are your thoughts and going into possibly the next few races, entering the playoffs for the Cup and the Truck Series?
Yeah, no, I mean, like you guys have probably been talking about, this is my first race against these boys, and I mean, it's really clean. It's a lot of fun. These guys know how to wheel these race cars, and like you said, I mean, what caused me to even kind of start this nightmare was a solo spin, and ended up getting a black flag because I don't know how to drive around the pace car, but I'm looking pretty hopeful. I mean, I'm quite competitive against these guys. If it wasn't for my bad luck, I think I'd be up there in at least the top 5, if not the podium. So definitely excited to get racing at some of the bigger ovals. These tight tracks are kind of my weakness, but no, I think it should be fun. I'm real excited.
Well, we won't hold you up. I'll get you back down before the green flag. You're about to go green flag. Thank you so much, Mr. Hill. Good luck out there tonight.
Thank you, guys.
And pace car drops in. They're about to go green flag again for the last time. Hopefully tonight. 12 with another crazy jump. Gallman on the stall. 86 is going to take that second spot away. He is not going to be trying to give that spot back.
I don't know if you noticed that. Bryce decided to pick the top line there. And they're going almost 3 wide. Wesley backing out of it. They're white flag.
I did not see that. They are going to be white flag. This is going to be the last for the night. 71, 86 battling it out going into turn 3 and 4. Oh, we got a spin behind them. Oh no, the 33 got spun. 71 is going to be sideways. Cochran coming into it. Oh my, ladies and gentlemen, I believe Bryce Fontaine is going to be our winner. Lynch coming out in second place for our unofficial. Third place is going to go to Kenneth Gallman.
What a finish.
We are going to go back and watch the end of that race real fast and get back to it. 71 tapping the side of the 86. 33 going down low. 55 gets spun by the 35 coming out of that turn. 86 into the wall. 33 gets sideways. 71 gets sideways. That is the craziest finish you could ever see for an all-star race, ladies and gentlemen. And the number 12 is out there, of course, doing his victory laps. So we will be right back, everybody, with our driver interviews. Thank you so much for showing up, but hang tight. It's going to be exciting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our driver interviews. We're going to go ahead and let Hanneman take over for the winner of the number 12 of Fontaine, coming out here and taking his first all-star race here at GEC eNASCAR. Take it away.
Bryce, how you doing, man? From the booth here, that looked like one crazy finish.
Yeah, I got really excited to see them 2 wide behind me. I think I heard you mention it there. Decided to take the outside line there on that final restart. I saw Lynch was on a little bit fresher tires. He pitted on lap 29. Me and Gallman hadn't pit the whole race. So my thought process there was, I see 2 trucks there with street limit. I want the one with the tire advantage to start behind the guy that doesn't have control in the restart zone, and it seemed to pay off. I was able to get another great launch and get out of the mess, and I saw those boys 2-3 wide fighting behind me, and I felt like from there I pretty much had it won.
No, of course, and seeing that from up here as well, and knew a little bit of trickery was going on. I was like, wait a minute, you started on the top line this time by, and it worked out. It definitely paid the bills tonight to pick that top line in that last restart. But, you know, coming into a race like this, a very shorter race at least, you know, only an 80 lapper, stage at 40. We had an early caution to kind of cut that stage short there. Were you worried about tire wear? Were you worried about the gas consumption at all? Like, what was going through your mind throughout the stages of the night, just the different lines you were running and whatnot?
Yeah, I mean, kind of like I talked about at the top of the broadcast when I got pulled in. This track, it's concrete, it's high banking. Tire wear here can definitely be an issue if you're not careful. Fuel, I wasn't worried about at all, especially kind of with how the rate of all the cautions went. After using all that gas and blowing the motor on the burnout, I still have 16 laps of fuel. So fuel definitely not an issue. Tires, I was just riding it out. I mean, I was starting to back up on the caution laps behind Gallman because I I was just waiting for the time that we got a yellow and he was going to go down pit load and I was going to be stuck out there with fresh meat. But nobody came down in pit, so I mean, yeah, I was just kind of riding it out, riding that middle line there. Gallman, I even said it to him in the race. He caught me out on one of those restarts when we were battling there and found some speed up top. So the right rear was definitely starting to feel it just a little bit, and I kind of moved up a little just to try to help compensate for that, and seemed to work out. We were able to get the job done.
No, exactly. And man, from up here, it looked like you had pretty much a good control of that race, and you'll start a qualifying pole. Leading the most laps of this race. Definitely leading the most laps of this race, at least. Who do you got to thank for tonight on that internal trunk, on a internal truck? There we go. English is good. Who do you got to thank tonight, though?
Yeah, first and foremost, got to thank the wife for letting me spend the time on here that I do. She's been out of town the last couple days, so I've been driving myself crazy and maybe putting a little bit more seat time on the sim without her being here. But of course, shout out to her. Shout out to you guys up there in the booth, to GEC and all the guys that participated and put this on. It's been a blast. Thank you to you guys up there in the booth trying to call all the action. Of course, shout out to Colby and all the guys over there at Eternal Racing for all their support this season. And yeah, looking forward to what we have coming here in the future. And yeah, man, I think that's about it.
Well, thank you again for racing. Stick around in the Discord. We'll get you hooked up with that purse for tonight, as you are taking away first place. And Griffin, I'll let you have P2 spot for tonight. Don't think Griffin's here right now. Lynch, you got a copy.
I am here. I'm so sorry. Yes, my bad. The 33 of Lynch, not his first interview on a podium spot for GEC NASCAR. Thank you for coming out here and putting on a hell of a show right there at the end of the race. What are your thoughts about tonight and maybe possibly going into the playoffs?
Overall, man, I had a really good run right there of the race. I ended up getting mixed up in early caution. Like Bryce stated, I was able to get me some Ford Freshies on. Really, they wasn't too much tire wear at the time, so was able to push back up through the field and battle it out with my street limit brother. But going into the playoffs, I don't know where I stand, man. I'm itching for a win, so that's one of those first or second race into the playoffs.
Well, obviously, we know you got the skill to go out there and handle it. We've definitely seen you in the winner's circle before, and I believe you're definitely going to be one of the stronger parts of the competition out there in the playoffs for GEC NASCAR NPC Cup Series. Thank you so much for coming out here tonight. Anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
Yeah, man, I appreciate the fans tuning in tonight. Appreciate you guys broadcasting it, you and Ray. I'm sure it was a really good broadcast. I'm looking forward to go back and check it out. Also, the Street Limit guys, if it wasn't for them, this wouldn't be possible. So also the BDRM brothers and my main sponsor, Lynch's Handy Services in Hickory, North Carolina. If you need any handyman services, give me a shout. But we appreciate you guys for putting this thing on.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure, Lynch. Thank you so much again for coming out. We're going to go ahead and move on to our third interview. Hanneman, take it away.
Kenneth Gallman, P3, you got a copy?
I do, Ray. How you doing, buddy?
Not bad, man. Just watching that great last lap there, and there was a couple times where I thought you were going to have Bryce, and just came up a little short. Weren't able to get your nose exactly on the left rear like how you wanted it. Kind of fell back there, and as he took the run off the turn 2 or turn 4 exit, depending on where you were on the track. But walk me through the last restart there. What was going through your mind there?
Man, I looking at my tire ratings right now, I probably could have pushed it more. My right front was at 86, my right rear was at 77. I knew the reason he did it, and you see that big old 33 behind you, kind of makes you better in a way. So my goal was to keep up with the restart. I think I lagged back a little bit in 33. Gave me a nice little push to get me back up to speed, so it threw me off. It was a good play by Fontaine, dude. He's fast, and I look forward to possibly racing him some more. You can learn from a guy like that. So These drivers, every one of them make you better when you race against them. So I couldn't be more proud of what Wesley has done. I know he's ecstatic right now. So we have friendly competition between us. So you know, it was a fun race, man. If I could have just gotten one of those cautions where I had my nose ahead, then I could have probably been an issue, because I'm really strong at short track restarts. When I'm in the lead, of course. But it was fun. I enjoyed this.
Well, we do know that from past experiences here, watching you, you know, at Martinsville and other short track style tracks that we've raced in the truck series. It hasn't been officially announced yet, as the graphics haven't been out, but you are the official winner of the regular season in the Street Limit GEC Truck Series. So congratulations, Gallman. What are your thoughts going into the playoffs, though, now that All-Star Race is over? You know, rest up this weekend, next Tuesday, start fresh again. What are your thoughts going into it?
Put all my eggs in the basket other than Daytona. I do not want to be relying on Daytona. I got to do well at the other ones. Daytona could be icing on the cake if things go well, but it's Daytona, so you just never know.
What's the track you're most looking forward to, though, in the these final races here coming up?
What do we have coming up? I haven't even looked at the schedule.
So
was it Texas?
The playoff races include Indianapolis, Michigan, New Hampshire, Pocono, and Atlanta.
No, that's the Cup Series.
Oh,
Truck
I'm
Series.
Sorry.
Texas, Daytona, Iowa, and Phoenix.
Oh, I'll be really strong at Texas. I'll be really strong at Iowa. Phoenix, I got to work on, and super speedways I'm good at, but you know it's a flip of the coin. Things happen at super speedways, so I'm going to put some extra work into Phoenix for sure.
Well, you heard it here first. Gallman's still pushing for that lead right now in the championship, trying to win that trophy and secure another Street Limit Truck Series win. Who do you got to thank tonight, Gallman? You had put on an amazing race, but everyone behind you, who's really pushing you here? Who do you got to thank?
Man, I gotta thank Street Limit. I gotta thank you, my BDRN boys. Everybody's making me better. And what's cool about it is I can help make others better and bring them along as well. That's what I really enjoy, bringing others up and lifting them up. So it's all about a brotherhood, laughing while I'm like raps. I mean, look at all 33, 71, Bradley Wilson. I mean, all these paint jobs that we got. I mean, it's he does an amazing job. So. And the GEC folks, you guys put on a great broadcast. I can't wait to go back and watch this last lap specifically. Me and I think it was Shane Cochran on my outside there on that last lap. I'm so glad we were able to somewhat hold it there. It was tight. So I was gripping hard. So, it's just trying my best to keep him off the wall as well as not pinch down on Wesley because I knew he was coming. So it was just, it was a blast. I want to thank everybody that was in this race, man. Everybody had a blast. I would hope, and making each other better. That's what it's about.
Oh, it's good to hear, Griffin. All the drivers have now been interviewed. We got to thank every single person coming out on this track. I got to thank you, putting on an amazing broadcast every single week. Without you, stepping up for the Cup Series, stepping up for the Truck Series, we wouldn't have these amazing broadcasts every single week. So everybody behind the scenes, all the admins, everybody like that, I got to thank them as well. Cochran, who's not in the booth right now, but he helps out with the Truck Series. Barrow helps out the Truck Series. We got to thank Swanson from behind the scenes in the Cup Series. Ellswick, at the start, he was helping out. I know he does a little bit here and there to help out as well. Yeah. So I shout out to him. Definitely doesn't go unnoticed for a lot of the guys. I know it's kind of more of a back end thing for the drivers to see, but for us, it definitely is a huge help. Who do you got to thank? And take it away. It's all yours, Griffin.
No, I have to thank everybody that shows up every week to watch, and I have to thank every single driver that comes out to every single race. I mean, the most important thing is that we can put on a fun show, not only from the booth, but on the track as well. And that's what we focus on and dump a lot of our time into, is going into recruitment races and making sure that we can get fresh drivers out here that love this series. And so far, everybody that has been here that has touched GEC knows what it's about and knows that we are serious, and we will be one of the biggest leagues in iRacing one day, I promise. Again, guys, thank you so much for coming out. It's GEC NASCAR. See you next time.